Gentleman in the mix.
good time with your Bitcoin, your crypto, and everything else that you're playing with?
It's time for Power Hour.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Fresh Bamboozle stream, where Bitcoin has lost virtually all its gains. Not virtually, literally, at this point, where Bitcoin is currently trading lower than where the price of Bitcoin opened yesterday. That's gone, wiped out, and this is why it's really important to understand trends, to not get too far ahead of yourself on a pump, because just because a pump occurred randomly, right, due to a catalyst, Trump tweeted, insiders made $4 million plus. Did we make a higher high than previous discernible swing high? What was the previous discernible event that was most recent? Oh, the lowest low. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. Lowest low. Guess what? For now, lowest high. Recaptured 92K inflection zone briefly before Wall Street woke up, and Wall Street chose violence. But it is not just Bitcoin. It is a risk-off type of day. For equities, the volatility index is over 20 still, 21 and change. Might be a little higher now as some of my alerts have been going off. You maybe heard them during the intro on certain individual stocks that are possibly breaking key supports. Okay, maybe we'll look at those. But give me an audio check, make sure we're good. Okay, make sure everything's all right before we really get down the rabbit hole. Yeah, it's very, very peculiar. On a Saturday evening, some random wallet makes one of the largest 50-time levered longs I've ever seen in my life. Over $200 million 50-time levered long. It wouldn't take much to liquidate that position. And the next morning, Trump tweets about crypto. And it's just words. It's not even like anything was getting codified or going to Congress, anything. It was just words. And then that wallet that took that crazy long after the tweet completely closed his position. And now, here we are, less than 24 hours later, Bitcoin's down 9+%. Ethereum's round tripped. All gains gone. Scam. Make it make sense, dude. Okay? So,
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
those are the events that have occurred over the past 72 hours, more or less. Okay. So Bitcoin, I mean, there was nothing to really do. We discussed, it was a pretty random reversal. I mean, you hit the 200 moving average, fine. 200 moving average is not a definitive support. It can act as support sometimes, whatever. But it's not a real horizontal line support. That's what we really look at. You're in no man's land. Between 74K and 92K, no man's land. So if you would ask, what now? If you're below 92K and you're in a downtrend, you've been in a downtrend since late January, there's no telling. The gap fill on the CME futures, I guess, target one, which is, are we not there yet? Now, mine's delayed a little bit, so let's look. Got Nvidia, lows of day, chat. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Nvidia headed to $100, $97. There it is, chat. The gap fills 84.6, 84.6. We are not quite there yet. We're very close, though, on spot. As we looked yesterday at one of the craziest gaps, the gap's gonna fill It might have already filled. I don't even know, right? Because it's a delay chart. Oh, I just need to pay for the data, but it's all but filled. Okay, this is as filled as it gets. Okay. And what they did was, which is kind of crazy, they filled the gap now from February 24th. They did it in a day. And now they're going to fill 2 gaps in one effing day. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. Well, this gap and then the gap that they created, but who knows, if things get real bad, they might fill 3 gaps in one day because there's another unfilled gap. It was close, 78,000 and change. Could you imagine 3 in a row? And I'm saying like whatever. That would be freaking nuts and probably not going to happen today unless it was going to happen tomorrow or something. But like, yeah, that's crazy. What do I expect? I expect nothing, Hasham. If you watch the stream often enough, you know we abide by Mark Douglas principles, and we have 0 expectations. Or our only expectation is that something will happen. Because if you have expectations, it will trigger emotional events in your mind that will affect your next trades. Okay, so you need to, and S&P 500, I believe. Yep, chat. S&P 500 lows of day.
Unlike spot, just saying.
Chat, we got a big markdown in Power Hour. Okay, chat again. S&P 500 at its lowest price since mid-January, January 14th. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures trading at lowest level since January 15th. NASDAQ 100 futures trading at lowest price since November 19th. Are you kidding me? Russell 2000 futures currently trading at its lowest level since Mother of God, September 12th. Okay, there you have it. We have a risk-off type of situation here. All the index funds at session lows, multi-month lows, all of them. Bitcoin CME futures gap pretty much filled. We haven't even looked at Ethereum yet. Do you even want to, chat? For real? So it is, look, man, I don't like congregating with you on days like this. I prefer yesterday's type of congregation where everyone's happy. But again, yesterday's, on the technical side, it's not really a happy thing because it's not real TA respect. It was just, it pivoted after a large drawdown, but there's nothing implying that it was going to reverse there. It was a stupid tweet. It turns out it was fraud pretty much. And now we're back lower than we were. And okay, back to business, back to the trend. Okay, so if you want to, and we'll continue monitoring this situation on the index funds. Risk off occurring. Supports breaking on a multitude of assets that I had been scanning, or they were close and my alerts started going off, so they are breaking now. I guess we can go to Ethereum, or maybe, should we do total? Now we'll do Ethereum first, okay? So, either way.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Do we have to, Maxine? Please? Can we not? All right, Ethereum down 15.43%. I mean, once the daily candle closed, pretty much no one came in to bid, only asks. You know what's going to happen in 3 hours, 44 minutes? If all stayed the same or lower, Ethereum would be going for the lowest daily candle close since December 1st of 2023. So what kind of person could come in here and defend Ethereum as some sort of viable investment? It is not. It's not an investment. It's not. So currently, can you believe it? Since Eric Trump tweeted to buy Ethereum and thank him later, the price of Ethereum is down not 22%, it is down 26%. Nice job, Eric. Thanks a lot, dude. The trend is your friend, though. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. We're just getting to a point where there are some supports here that should be pretty strong, right? You've had some definite battles here, some huge reversals, whether it's support or resistance, whether it's a crash or a pump. This $1972 to $2,000 level, is probably going to be put to the test, and you just got to wonder who's going to defend Ethereum. Remember, Vitalik tweeted, "Make communism great again," and he said it unironically. Who is going to defend this asset support? Could you tell me? Anyone out there? This is not a rhetorical question. Then we look at Ethereum to Bitcoin that, again, right, every time Ethereum does something, the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, if there's any green, people come out of the woodwork to lose their minds, and guess what? Going for your lowest daily candle close since December of 2020. So, what, 5-year lows? Bearish engulfing candle? Disgusting. If this level doesn't hold, though, what's below this level? I don't even know. Like, dude, if you lose this level for real, look what history shows you about this asset. I mean, yeah, you had a couple times where it like went a little lower, like here and here. So maybe they take it to like 20 or 2.3 million sats. But if like this level that we're witnessing, the price, right, it's right at it, and no one's really coming in to bid on it. It's just sitting there. If it doesn't hold and this breaks, I mean, you could be looking at 1.6 million Satoshis. And that means like there is another 33% downside on Ethereum paired against Bitcoin in terms of technicals. You're already at the 88% retrace from the major low here. This low to the highest high, 88% retrace, and nothing's happening. So you just got to think, how could we fight this trend? You do not fight trends like this. This is incredible of a downtrend. So you just let this thing continue to collapse. That's all I can say. Yeah, tariffs. Tariffs going on. Not good for the markets. Okay. The index funds a little bit off their lows. You know, look at the S&P 500. This zone here is pretty real, right? I mean, support, 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 recaptured support, right? And now, so look, support, recaptured, and then rallied, but now you're right back at it. So like if this level doesn't hold, I mean, like you could definitely think that this is where we get a more substantial drawdown, and I think like a target could be like 56 to 5700 target zone up there or down there.
Even though price is going the wrong direction, this is still better than choppy mo.
Yeah, this is a lot better than what we saw in February, thank God. Yeah, for sure. February was the worst. That right there, the last point of supply phase, was just brutal. Okay. Thank you for the 1111 repeating, of course. Thank you, dude. So yeah, what did Bitcoin fail to do? We couldn't even see a 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour be tested. The supply line that goes back to the very top could not be tested. There was not enough demand for market participants to test those levels, which is pathetic. I mean, it's like, why? Okay, so Ethereum cooked, rightfully so. What's next? XRP down about 19%, and you haven't lost all the gains yet, but dude, that is disgusting. Where you had a 34% appreciation in value in 24 hours yesterday, now down 18.86%, and still falling. You haven't bottomed yet. We don't know, and we just know in between 196 and 290 or 265, there's just not much there. So yeah, holding up better than Ethereum, holding up better than Bitcoin, I guess. But like anyone that like bought in on these huge moves, hopefully you learned a lesson. Never, like, yes, I mean, who's going to sue me if I say financial advice about if you buy into an asset on the S-Coin market that goes up 20+%, if you buy into that, you should expect to get wrecked maybe the next day. Like, it's almost an expectation. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, we got a new thumbnail. Yeah, that thumbnail I have is old. Why can I not open? Huh. Hold on, let me oh, because they did the update. It did an update on Discord. They got rid of sound clips, dude. Everyone could have played the "Can Devs Do Something?" Okay. All right, new thumb. Yeah, so, I mean, here, what's there to do? Nothing to do. Like, it was cool that, like, you know, the past 2 times we saw inflection points be tested, pretty good levels respected. Like, TA respect in terms of, oh, look, there was a failure from buyers to break a key level twice. Evening star reversal, target 196, below 265. You got it. And when they hit 196, without a form of confirmation, buyers came in and we pumped. And we've hit resistance. And they're at the resistance rejected. So nothing to really do now, but it was just cool to see some levels that we have identified here are being tested and respected. So that's continuing. Yikes. Solana down 20% now, chat. Well, we know, like, hey, we had no forms of confirmation at 130, 135, but we knew it was an inflection point from history. And without forms of confirmation, you can get huge pumps, and you got one. But guess what? Without confirmation, look what happens. I mean, it's trading at before the event yesterday, trading at where the price opened. Completely wiped out. That is crazy. They're identical candles right now. Talking about the wicks on the top side and the bottom side and the candle size. Wow, that is wild. So yeah, I mean, maybe we can see some positive price action at 130, 124. Again, maybe we develop a confirmation low. But until then, we got to go retest it. We haven't done it yet. We need to go back down there. We need to get back in the zone and start churning. Okay, so that's it. I mean, that's as big of a scam pump as you could ever get. They round tripped. BNB down 7.6%. Well, this one made sense, right? It was really weak. It was testing the 200. It was testing inflection zone. We said maybe they're trying to bottom it here randomly, but unless you're above 621, 638, you can't be bullish. You can't. That's the rule of levels. It's a framework. You're utilizing historical inflection points as lines in the sand for your sentiment on an asset. And when an asset is below a level of inflection, where historically, if it stays below that level or tests it bearishly, what happens? Oh, you can see what happens. It could very well repeat itself. And so you're just witnessing that now. Big bearish engulfing candle going for the lowest close since the 5th of February. So about 1 month lows almost. And yeah, $500 would be a target. That'd be where you could almost start talking about confirmation lows down there, 1 and 2. You could say an M shape would be completing, all kinds of things. The only thing that makes sense for someone that would want to even think about a swing trade long would be price testing 500 again. And you would still not take action immediately. You would wait for stuff to occur down there, like spring back tests or a couple local confirmation lows. You would want some stuff to develop there. But for now, I mean, below the 200, below 620, you can't be bullish until they recapture all these levels. You just can't. Until you start making higher highs, you can't be bullish. Not yet. Yeah, S&P 5, all index funds, chat, right now are at session lows. Okay, all at multi-month lows. Yes, all at multi-month lows. We haven't even gotten through the S coins yet. I mean, I want to get to some stocks. I'm just getting through the bigger ones, and then we'll go. Okay. BNB. Let's look at Litecoin real quick, because Litecoin was very interesting. Where you had an argument both ways, kind of. People could say reaccumulation, but what was happening last night was this here, where there's this level 130, 163 that was up thrusted through again, and then they sold off and then rallied and then tested it, and then we were just like they couldn't test it again, and you started rolling over, and it was like, okay, you go to the 4 hour and you can see why it became bearish real fast. Look at this, 1, 2, third time, 3 times a charm, such a lack of demand that they could not test 130, 163. And now you're at supports, and it's like, well, that would be a target of that setup, right? I think, maybe not. I don't think it was. Hold on, let's see. How did we target that one? Yep, 98. No, so we are not at target 1 yet. Target 1's 98, so lower to go. You're just at an inflection zone though, but you're thinking here, it's like all of these highs are lower than this high here. It's very subtle, but it is. And then locally, all throughout this structure, all these highs are lower than this high, and this high, and these highs are lower than this high. Distribution. But it's so subtle, you could almost not even see it. You had to pull out the, I mean, you got to be like, Gandalf going to Minas Tirith, dude, going in the vaults, trying to, read black speech and get your pipe out and smoke it to see this stuff sometimes, okay? But, yeah, not good, right? You break this, it's straight to probably $84. Bearish and golden candle going for the lowest daily candle close since early February, and it's altcoins across the board that are getting obliterated like this. Mooding coin, they gave up, man. Mooding coin, fresh. I bet we'll be live, and we'll hear the Mooding alert go off. You'll know it's an ATL at that point, okay? Double-digit percentage losses across the market. You'd be lucky to not have that in crypto. It's very, very bad. We'll look at Cardano. It's still up 50% off the lows. Unbelievable, but not breaking out anymore of anything. There's no breakout of any substance, right? No horizontal line support resistance broken because you're back below it now, like Bitcoin was below 92K. No down sloping resistance breakout. All failed breakouts. So Cardano 87 cents, down 23%. But remember, it closed up yesterday 72%. So kind of impressive that they've still, whoever came in to buy on Cardano, only 33% of them just about have sold out completely. The other 66% of buyers are still in it, kind of, right? So, whatever. It won't matter, right? It will not matter if Bitcoin continues to mark down because Cardano below 89 cents equals 68 cents, historically speaking. So, yeah, that's your hopium, I guess. Leonard, the Patreon link is pinned in the chat above. It's pinned. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Thank you, dude. So, yeah, we are still witnessing session lows on the index funds. Let's go to the S&P 500 real quick. What's that? It's this. And it's like you just can't be, it's dumping. We're down 2.21% on the spider. And the gap filled as of Friday, but big bear gapped up today, 596, now 581.35 and falling. And you just got to think, man, all the divergence, the completion of the harmonic, the local confirmation with the type 2 return, 200 moving average on deck probably, right? 571, a little bit lower to go test that. We hadn't seen that or tested the 200 simple moving average in so long. You hadn't touched it since November of 2023. It's coming, okay? It always comes. You always get it back, all right, one way or another. So this is a beautiful potential topping pattern. They could miraculously pivot in the next day or two before it falls below 575, and it'd be the highest low ever maybe. But it's just not looking good, right? Price action's pretty bad. Like selling pressure is very real. Yeah, VIX up again over 20. Gets a little sketch, right? Dow Jones Industrial Average, that candle from Friday, completely wiped out the exact same type of bamboozling that Bitcoin saw, that Ethereum saw, Solana. Going for the lowest daily candle close since January 14th. Unfilled gap, that's a target, 42.5. Probably going to see it this week. Why not? Let's just go fill the gap, then we can pivot and run, right? But let's just go do what needs to be done. Market participants love filling gaps. And there's a gap very close, so why not? Okay. NASDAQ Composite, another beautiful, beautiful W-shape extension pattern. You know, remember they couldn't break supply line and failed, and look at you now. Filled the gap formally from November 5th of last year on Friday. And did we test the 200? We did not test the 200-day simple moving average. You got to get the magnifying glass out. But as of today, testing and actually breaking the 200 simple moving average on the daily for the first time since August 5th of last year. So, all in all,
very bad, boys. Very bad. There's bears out here.
Sitting in the bearish control zone, near oversold, but not like 32. Or we'll just say
32.33, repeating, of course.
So after a gap fill, I mean, we didn't really discuss 17.937 maybe, this peak from August. Yeah, maybe support. That's not going to be a strong one. What's up unbound? I'm not sure. Why is 83 not? I thought it might have been. Well, maybe we can go back. I don't know, dude. Thank you. So we're just getting through these index funds. Okay. Unfilled gap. Sorry, 17,578 or so, 575. That'd be a good target too. That's a gap. But man, beautiful to see a bearish butterfly pattern complete around the 1414. Not perfect, and they kept trying and trying. This, like when the buyers are trying at extensions like this and they get nowhere, it's like they're putting in max effort and they're getting nowhere. That is not a good sign. That is a bearish sign. Same thing with like if sellers are hitting a support and they keep breaking support, but it keeps getting recaptured over and over and over again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's like sellers are implying they're exhausted. They're spinning their wheels and getting nowhere. Tariffs are on. Live on March 4th. Hype in the chat. That's tomorrow, right? So just cool to see, right? Some TA respect, harmonic respect. IWM, there wasn't really a harmonic, but it was just, you know, the test and resistance. Like, yeah, you just wait and we're breaking all supports. It is down 3% today. Breaking 209.24. This is not a joke of a level. This was old resistance, support. You see how big of a deal this level is? Not to be trifled with. So you could be going for 201 if this is real. Big old bearish engulfing candle. Highest spike in negative momentum we've seen since December 26th. RSI is oversold. Lowest RSI reading on the Russell 2000 since late September of 2023. So not 24, 23. Very bad, boys. Very bad. Oh, there might have been a big old M shape or something. I don't know. I'm not really looking at it like an M shape or W shape, excuse me, like the other ones. They were perfect. So there are your 4 index funds. Not good, man. And now let's look at the market driver itself, Nvidia, if you care. Just made its lowest price intraday since September 12th. This was the concern. 140.75 was everything to us. It meant everything. It was, what would market participants do at that level? Because if you broke it resoundingly, good earnings, gap up, move up like crazy, okay, we're on. But all they did was put in a third lower high, another lower high, 1, 2, 3, right? Consecutive peaks, which we know the rule of 3 is resolution is more probable after that third peak. And then it wasn't just the third peak, it was what the third peak was, the gap fill from January 24th, and at the same time a formal bearish backtest reconfirming the validity of 140.75 that was once resistance as resistance again. And from there, wonderful price action to the downside. Okay, and what did you develop? What did we develop on the third peak? Which we like calling that the wombo combo, because you know you'll get that third peak, and on the third peak there will be hidden bearish divergence that will develop, and that is when your probability really increases of resolution. And so that resolution is occurring. We're watching it happen right now. So it is very cool to see an analysis and a breakdown of how, you know, like what happens if it's going bad. Oh, look, you know, they filled the gap 18th, 19th, 20th. You're testing as resistance. That's not good price action, man. I'm sorry. And look at us now. So falling back into the bearish control zone, 36, not good, man. You don't stay in the bearish control zone long. I mean, you haven't been oversold on Nvidia since September 2022. So it's been very strong, and we're just going to see what this turns into. Oof. The heck? Did my music stop? Okay, yeah, it did stop. What the? Yeah, we're near the lows of the day, and I think we have a $97 to $100 target. $100 is just a swing low from September 9th, but I'm thinking the old peak from March 2024 would be on deck here. Okay, remember rising wedge, bearish breakdown, bearish divergence on the weekly. I mean, everything was there. Everything was there. Look at this weekly. Very bad. Think about it. I mean, if it, you got 4 days, 1 hour, we could reverse, but you could be looking at your lowest levels since September. You are at your lowest price on the weekly since September 9th. Look at this. I mean, this is the lowest RSI reading on Nvidia's weekly since October of 2022, the bottom of the bear market.
Real talk. Are y'all ready for the Ponzi to finally collapse? America was sold out long ago. Just look at the Midwest. The game is over. This would have happened regardless of who's in office. Rekka.
So Greg P. Well, I mean, you know, the previous administration completely and utterly lying about jobs numbers and reports, inflation, everything, just fraud. You know, government just can commit fraud. And what just happened, my Microsoft alert just went off, chat, and we're going to go to it right now so you can see what's breaking. Well, we're at the lows of the day, so we're not quite breaking this. We've already broken the big level. 397.35, strong. But now 388.22. Breaking that. Easy ride to 365, 350. Yep, we were suspicious of this one for a while, with all these highs being substantially lower than the highest high from the summer last year, July last year, being below the 200 moving average. Remember, we were discussing this right here. Looks like last points of supply. Look like Bitcoin in February. Looks very, very similar to what we were witnessing. This stuff, failure to even look at. There's such a lack of demand. They can't even go test the 200. Can't go test resistance. It's bad. Someone is offloading the living crap out of Microsoft. They've been doing it. They just have. GRT alert? Why is my GRT? I didn't even know I had an alert on GRT. 10 cents, 10.8 cents. Oh God, miserable. Okay, GRT could be going for its lowest daily candle close since November 2023, but very bad, down 15%. Crypto's marking down. Chat, Bitcoin is at the lows of the day. Oh yeah, the guy who's been in office for what, 6 weeks? Sublocal? You kidding me? You're out of your mind. You're nuts. Wow, we are at lows of day, chat. Lows of day on the index funds. So real quick, we were going to we were looking at the so we look at Microsoft and Nvidia. Now let's go to Tesla. Tesla's marking down pretty bad too. Some really bad price action here actually. Look at this. So the key level of $300 being rejected as resistance. Testing that 200 moving average again, and if you don't hold that, I mean,
jobs report Friday. All of those federal workers laid off. Can't be good.
Dude, I don't even know, man. It's yeah. These are times not to lose money. That's all I can say. Times to make money and times not to lose money. We're in that time. So, Tesla right here, gap fill target 250. Another gap at 214. Those are valid targets here. Until we recapture 300, it's a line in the sand. Like, hey, if new data comes in literally tomorrow and buyers are bamboozling, we're recapturing all these levels, hey, let's talk about it so we can discuss what needs to be done for us to maybe want along this. But until that happens, you can't be anything but bearish on Tesla below $300 right now. Okay? Futures getting dumped on pretty bad right now. Thanks for the nearly 1,000 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream coverage of this market markdown, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Don't kill the messenger. All right, so many likes we can get. We had a crap load yesterday and the day before. You know, we've had some very active streams as of late due to some of this price action. But thank y'all for being here, because you could be watching anyone. So now we got to go. So Tesla, bad news. Very bad, below 300. Got to be hands off. If we recapture it, let's talk, but not until. We got gap fills below us, lots of them. Okay, the next one, Amazon, getting murked. Okay, getting murked hard. Woo! Sorry. Breaking that heart line now, heading on down to 199.85, right? We knew below the heart line, $200 going to be on deck. $200, the 200-day simple moving average is right there. If you don't hold that, you got a nice $188 target. So really cool to see how they did it like this. The 1618 gets exceeded a little bit, but it's a type 1, it's a type 2, higher high double top, confirmed double top up below 216. And you're marking down. So cool to see an extension pattern, you know, finally get some respect. Because they had been there, right? Think about it. This thing was identified initially in mid-December. It is now March. What, 2.5 months or so, whatever, like, just of this being here but not playing out. And now it's finally doing the thing. Get a lowest price since November 26th. Just dumping, okay? Long-term uptrend, but from the highs, Amazon is down currently 16.45%. Okay. So the next one on the chopping block would be Meta, going for its lowest daily close since January 24th, working on a bearish engulfing candle. You think that's going to be tested, right? 632.50. They don't hold that, 600, and then we'll talk. But this thing's been a monster. I mean, it has been unstoppable for so long. There's no form of confirmation that this thing's screwed. It's definitely one of your strongest of the Mag 7s, if not the strongest, in terms of like what it's been doing lately. And yeah, it's finally started catching up with everything else, but strong, but not looking good today. Bearish engulfing candle. Google down 2.5%. Ooh, nasty, right? I mean, like breaking 168 support resistance. And target's $160 now. $160 is on deck. Currently down off its highs right before earnings, 20%. Yikes. Okay, so we got a little more downside now. I mean, remember, lowest price we've seen in 2025 so far, and you got a little bit more downside. I'd say probably another 3.3% downside. Oversold. I mean, you're still lowest RSI since September last year. It's gross. It's gross. Apple, the last. Yep, very bad. Okay, this looks bad. Apple breaking 237, probably 220, right? Yep, that's it. If you are bearishly engulfing today, what we saw on Friday, and you are below 237, you have a target of 220, okay? This is confirming less market participants than what we saw in December. 1 and 2, both of these highs. And if you start rolling over here, then it's very, very telling about the lack of participants in Apple that we had. So just be very mindful of 237 and the fact that we've put in 2 highs lower than the highest high. The VIX is up 20% now. Let's go to the VIX. Let's look at the Mag 7. The Volatility Index, chat. Yeah, wow, it was not like this earlier. Okay, it was at 21, no big deal. Yeah, you were up not 20%, you're up 22% really. Highest levels seen on the volatility index since December 20th. So the highest level of 2025. But we've been discussing on the VIX, since that carry trade event in August 5th, that fateful day, volatility has been elevated. Even at the lowest point in early December, it was higher than what we saw before the event, carry trade event. So VIX is looking strong right here for now. When pledge protection team? That's the question, I guess. No one's panicking. What are you talking about? Who's panicking? We're just analyzing price action that is occurring. Like, don't get mad at me for just identifying the fact that all the Mag 7s today are like making pretty much their lowest levels of 2025, and it's March 3rd, so it's right. We're getting into the third month of the year, and they're doing that, and it's coming off of some pretty beautiful extension patterns, some of them. So no one's panicking. Okay, there are your Mag 7s. But let's take a look at Weight Watchers, down 30%. If you didn't know, Weight Watchers lost, obesity won. This thing is lost a third of its value today. It's at all-time lows. It's a penny stock. And there's nothing here. It's just send it to zero. If anything, you could talk about a deep crab, but I don't even think it would make sense because it'd be negative. Yeah, so the 1272 is at 27.6 cents. Pfft, Weight Watchers. Very bad. Tons of these, man. Tons of them. Rocket Lab down 10%. Yeah, man, these things are cooked. ACHR, I think, is cooked, down 13%. CRC, cooked. Oh my God, right? Like, look at this, man. CRC, lowest gap fill. Wow, it filled the gap from June 2023 today. And going for a test of this $37, $38 level. You better hold it. Gross. Look at that head and shoulders kind of in the end that developed right here on the tail end of all this chop. A lot of like laser. What's laser light? It's going for all-time lows. It's gross. A lot of redistribution. Oh man, tons of these no money making jokes. Looks like they're having their reckoning right now. But even ones that went parabolic, like ANET. Look at this thing. This was godlike. I mean, this was ridiculous. From July 2022 all the way to January 2025. It was unreal. It was a dream. And then the it wasn't even earnings. It was just gapped down, and the lower high dead cat bounce occurred. Please pay attention to dead cat bounces. Why do I think about PiCoin? Why are you assuming I think about PiCoin at all? Because I don't. I don't think about PiCoin. Arista Network. Lowest price seen since September last year. Breaking supports, breaking the 200 moving average. What a beautiful textbook dead cat bounce right there. That's perfect. 50%-ish retrace. Could go to 618s. And then just collapses. So yeah, the party ending on a lot of these, it seems like. Look at Stitch Fix, dude. Look at this. Yeah, it's already started, right? It was a lot closer to 467 earlier, but I say forget this. This is earnings. Forget it. If you see it's one peak second, it's like three peaks, like three drives, and the three drives completing, and you're falling below this 467 low from June 2022 or July 2022. Yeah, July 2022. Below that is max downside, 281 target. So, like, hey, why not short setup? Yeah, but you got to be careful because earnings on the 11th, who knows, right? But probably not going to be like it was on this earnings. So, yeah, I think that's super bearish. I know it's sideways, and people be like, is that Wyckoff accumulation? Dude, you just did the most bearish crap you could do in a range. So, until they recapture these levels, you can't like it. You cannot like Stitch Fix below 467. You got to hate it. So much downside potential. Look at the RSI on Stitch Fix, lowest level since October. You are in the bearish control zone too, like 37. So Cherry pie? No, I like, favorite pie would be coconut pie for sure. Okay, so futures up off the lows a little bit. Okay, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We got 9 minutes until the daily close. Apollo Creed is getting really antsy. Maybe we close, maybe the shorts are covering, right? Day traders shorting the market are just covering a little bit into the close. You want to see something disgusting? How about, remember Tilray, the cannabis stock? Tilray all-time lows. Only after, right, that bearish back test of the support zone became resistance did it do this. That's beautiful. TA respect. And just marking down inverse price discovery, 68.74 cents. Probably way overpriced still. They don't make money. Weed's illegal federally. It's gross. Oh, this Encore one was crazy. How they were taking it one more time to resistance and they failed. And then earnings. Somehow it was, they had a negative EPS of 719%. And yeah, there you go. They looked like they were kind of trying to hold on. But dude, if you can't make a higher high, if you can't break inflection points, eventually something like this will happen. And it did. So Encore, it's like a finance, rental, leasing, going for the lowest daily candle close since March 2021. This is gross, man. SU looked like distribution. Look at this. You know, this is the stuff like you can really, really benefit from investing in yourself and learning about price action and what peaks and valleys mean in consolidation structures where you have, okay, here's a high from May of 2024. Okay, they tested it. They actually went higher in August 2024. And then even one more time in November 2024. Then a big sell-off, the lowest low of the entire consolidation period in December. And then a rally. And then what happened? Well, dang, man. Such a lack of demand that they could not even test 4150 again. Then a big sell-off and a rally. And then you got a second level locally. A local form of confirmation of distribution. Distribution meaning they could not rival the previous highs that we've been making pretty easily in May 2024, August 2024, November 2024. So confirmation of distribution. And look at you now. Big markdown going for the lowest daily candle close since December. And it just looks like distribution right now. So just looking at some of these, man. But we don't have any requests. No real requests today. Like, I don't think we'll ever get a real request again. Like, I think it's over. I think this market's so cooked that people are done. Okay, they're done. Volta looks like you could almost short it. Yeah, like earlier it looked a lot closer. It was just really starting to break it. It's been getting worse today on everything. So this test of 369 is like an easy way to set up a stop loss and short to 314 probably. Like, this looks cooked. Okay, that was a nice M shape, great. But anything below 359, 369 is you can't be bullish. You can't. If you get back above it, let's talk. But if you are below it, you have to be bearish until at least probably 318, 314. So that's some very bad price action. It's a very bearish price action at a key level. The sellers recaptured it, 369, and then they only regarded it as resistance. Now you're getting some really good follow through from sellers. So TA exhibit. Technically, the golden age of streaming was probably 2019. Not even kidding. Maybe 2021 a little bit. You know. Mark it over, Jesse. It's all over, dude. It's all over for everything. Shoot, dude. I see it BXP and I say this is bearish crap. Okay, this is like the most bearish thing I could ever see in my life. Like, I mean, you know, it's been consolidating sideways since mid-January. It's like 6 weeks, right? Yeah, 6 weeks. But look below the 200 moving average, already topped out, topping structure. But look at this. What is so bearish about this is it is such an undeniable level. Like, you cannot argue with its validity. May of 2020, that bottom, right? And then it gets its reversal resistance in January 2024 and in July 2024. And now look at what they're doing. Look what they've done. They tested it perfectly at the highs today. and you're getting good follow through, going for the lowest daily candle close since August. I mean, that's like, okay, lots of downside potential, probably a gap fill at 61.50. That's beautiful. It's so easy to manage risk. Stop just slightly above 71.68 to let this thing ride. Let it collapse. I mean, there's another unfilled gap at 61.73, and I think there's another one. Yeah, another one at like 51.24. And I think one at like $48. So there's like 3 gaps down there. So this is real estate. Probably gross. So at least Bitcoin's not collapsing in power hour. We got 3 minutes till the closing bell. Micron, perhaps you've heard of it. Well, it looked pretty bad. And then today they gapped it up only to formally regard what was once a support resistance, 95.95. Okay, where's 95.95? Is that a joke or is that real? Oh, that is 95.95. Again, they gapped it up to just test it. It is an all-time high from 2000. Look, the Micron just rejected this level today. Look at the downside potential. Below this level, rejecting it, history could repeat itself.
I look forward to boomers trying to buy the dip because stonks only go up and end up getting crypto level obliterated. Won't happen though. Sad.
Greg P, thanks, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, so again, below 95.95, you have to be bearish on Micron.
Sharknonymous tipped $25. Hey, can I get a look at CTM Stonk? Thanks for all you do. This next couple months gonna be Chop City on crypto emo, but hey, we like volatility, right? Party parrot, wine time.
Sharknonymous, thank you so much, dude, for the 25. Party parrots. Wine time. Thank you. Yeah, we'll look at CTM. Whatever. Sure. But bearish engulfing candle with the bearish rejection of a 2000 high, but it's not 2021 high too. I mean, that's like your argument's so strong for lower prices. Even if it doesn't go down, it happens, man. They just gap it up. Oh my God, money printer go burr. S&P's gonna confirm bottom now. Plunge protection team. What a joke, you know. The whole world depends on the index funds to not collapse, right? They're gonna do everything they can to try to prevent that. Okay, maybe you get back above 95.95 and it was all a bad dream and it's invalidated, bearish argument and it's just gonna pump, man. Okay, sure. But let's talk about it when that happens. If it happens tomorrow, we'll talk about it, okay? Till then, that's pretty bad. And then you don't want me to get started on these oil stocks. Like the worst one, I think, of all of them, pretty much going to be Occidental. Occidental, this extremely bearish wave structure. I mean, it's crazy bearish. Like, oh my God. Like you have an 886 on B, a lower high on C. That just means the D wave would be nuts. It would be such a strong down wave. 40, 45, 40 to 40, 47. $40.47 will be the target, 1618. It was such a well-established downtrend. Upthrust and failure to break a supply line. And when they upthrusted to break it, they tested 52.22. It was support. It was resistance. That's it. It was resistance. 2006. You got downside. $38, $40. That's the target. Get it? That's the target. History just repeating itself. That's what they did. So, yeah, way lower prices on oil stocks. Probably, yeah. Okay, CTM. Well, there it is, chat. There it is. The closing bell has occurred. Ding, ding, ding. Let us look and see shorts covered. They closed it out. But it still was a bearish engulfing candle confirmed, and it still was the lowest daily candle close confirmed since January 14th. S&P. Dow Jones. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed, lowest daily candle close since January 16th, not that big a deal. Let's see as they recovered it off the lows. That's what they do, man. Day traders, hey, they're shorting today, right from the top, beginning of the day to the bottom. It was like that all day selling. Those short sellers on the day, they close their position. They're like, all right, I'm good. All right, made my profit and done. Nasdaq, pretty ugly. I mean, like, they did confirm a daily candle close below the 200 simple moving average. It is confirmed. It was the first test of the 200 since 2023. Or was it? No, I'm sorry. Not this one. August 2024. But it's the first daily candle close below the 200 simple moving average since October 30th of 2023. So it was the lowest close. Okay, since then, really. I mean, you know, above, below the 200. So, not great. Not great, man. I mean, it's... Maybe they recover it. Even so, the problem is you're putting yourself in a situation here where if we get some sort of plunge protection team, money printer, go burst situation, and they run this thing up, and we just make a lower high, it strengthens the argument for way lower prices. So even if we start getting relief rallies this week or next week or whatever, whenever this drawdown concludes, that's great and all, but what kind of rally are we gonna get? Because if you remember, in 2022, I'm telling you, we got a rally like that. Talking about the bear trend. We got these types of little rallies, but they were just lower highs than the highest high before big drawdown. And then we got another one just like this, 1 and 2 here. Downtrend established, lower lows. Came up, yeah, kind of rivaling the highs. And they couldn't capture those prices, still below the 200 moving average. And then you just draw down again. So we need to really be paying attention to if we start getting some sort of rally off the lows, will we just end up getting lower highs than previous highs? Just got to be paying attention to that. Okay. Let's take a look at total. I'm going to look at total today. Sorry. Down 10%. Total market cap down 10%. What the... Jonathan, how we doing, man?
I like turtle.
Well, look what they did. You know, it was beautiful. Like, we were live on stream yesterday as market participants were testing that supply line. And guess what? At a level where there is supply, there was too much. And so you have reversed at that level, which is kind of beautiful respect. Such a lack of demand on Bitcoin itself, though they could not even test it. So... here we are. Literally, it was like it didn't even happen. But unfortunately, it did happen. And unfortunately...
Can we look at TSCO? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, JJK. Thank you so much, dude. We'll look. So the problem is, it did happen. And what did it do on the chart? It gave us our lowest high of downtrend. And then before the lowest high, we got the lowest low. So... we are just doing the same thing we've been doing since mid-January, late January. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. Lowest high. Well, what's next? Lowest low? Could be. Or we test the low and hold it and confirm a bottom, we rally. But that's not good data. I'm sorry. For now, okay? For now. I don't know why people keep asking about Bitcoin. Dude, I looked at Bitcoin every stream, at the beginning of the stream, pretty hardcore. We cover multiple markets here just because, you know, stock market's doing things too. Volatility index doing things, right? Gold is pretty strong today. It's up 1.14%. Can you believe it? Okay, here's your Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's on your chart the whole time, but not much difference here. Okay, people want Bitcoin analysis, top of the hour, whatever. I'll look at it again. You put in the lowest high of the short-term downtrend. The downtrend been going on for 6+ weeks now. Lowest low, lowest high. Couldn't even test the supply line. Could not hold or sustain levels above 92K. So important. So important of a level. They rejected it. And if you look left, there's no formal supports. None. It's either 73.8 or 92K. That's it. That's all you got. It's really 71 to 73K. Everything else is just thin air. Or if you want to start talking about newly manufactured piece, you know, of data, a level 78.3. That's it. That's all you got. You don't have anything here. So there's no edge. There wasn't an edge yesterday. We discussed there does not have to be an edge on the market via technical analysis for random pumps and catalysts to occur. That's all that happened. You can't get too far ahead of yourself until buyers are recapturing $100,000, because that's a previous discernible major high. I can see all these levels here. You recapture that, we're probably in a lot better shape. But now, anything below 91K, you got to say it's still a short-term downtrend. So there you go. It's discussing what happened on Bitcoin. Let's look at the Bitcoin futures chart again, because we probably have that. They pretty much filled it. I mean, they didn't fill the candle close, but they filled the wick. Unreal. What a crazy, crazy world we live in, man. Like, if you look at it like it's the wick, they did it. See that?
Bruh.
Okay. Ooh, Castellum. Yeah, Castellum. It was up 13.89%, but doesn't look real to me. I mean, they pushed this thing as high as 166. So off the highs of the day, it's down 27%. That's not really a good candle. That gap seems like it's going to fill for sure. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do on something like this. It's cool that, like, look, they took it down this way down here, and they couldn't even test. There's so much demand, they couldn't even test that 5 cent level again, and it pumped. But that's just, I don't know what caused that. It must have been news driven. Chemicals, major diversified chemicals. Yep. I mean, like, you're like, hey, is that a left shoulder, head, right shoulder? Maybe. Okay, well, they broke the neckline, and then they didn't. And then it was confirmed not a breakout. So 129 would be your line in the sand here on that one. So, okay. It's better to ask about these assets before they do this. But, yeah, anomalous price action compared to what we've been seeing across the markets for the most part. Well, most altcoins did not even exist, Lee, when Harambe was taken from us. So, okay, Tractor Supply Company. Yeah, so this game is all about probabilities, identifying price action correlation to levels, and data, new data. If new data came in, getting us back above 57, 51, the argument for lower prices would be invalidated. It would be, number go up, we're going to all-time highs, let's freaking go, dude, forget it. But Tractor Supply Company has given us, if it's identified properly, it's given us a very reliable indicator. Okay, so $57.50 to $58. You can clearly see, back in May of 2024, it was the beginning of a consolidation structure. Been going on, right? Peak 57.51. You made it all the way $49, $50 down here. So yeah, a lot of higher lows coming in. But on the other side, the rally took us to the zone, and they up thrusted through 57.50, then sold off, then reconfirmed the validity of what was once a resistance, the initial resistance in May of 2024, as resistance again, with really nice price action, bearish engulfing candle, and another day closing below the 200 simple moving average. So all of these highs, the high from November, December, January, and February, all of these highs are lower than the highest high we got in October. So there is evidence of less than before distribution.
Thanks for all the content during these eventful times. What are your views on Sonic FTM? Thinking of 0.55 and 0.45 potentially?
What's up, Nicholas? Thank you, dude, for the pounds, mate. Yeah, we'll look at it. Sweat down in it. Yep. We will look right after this one. So that's just real. So it's the same thing. Like, it didn't perform very well this recent time, but you had an up thrust and then a back test of up thrust. You had negative price action correlation to a resistance, or it'd be positive if you're on the seller side. And so big markdown. But hey, the too much demand, buyers were captured, but then you're trying again and failing. It's like Microsoft. They keep trying. Eventually the buyers are just gonna give up. Too many lower highs, too many bearish variables, too much bearish price action at key levels. We got to give up. So at least 53.28 seems like a good next level. And if they don't hold that, then eventually $50. But this is a long-term, big time range. I mean, going on 10 months, 10-month large structure here. And I know, I get it. People be like, but dude, reaccumulation. See, there's a demand line there too. But I'm not that concerned. It's like Litecoin in a way. Similar price action to Litecoin, where it looks strong. Oh, they keep making higher lows, but dude, they're on the other side. They're not making higher highs. They're confirming distribution on the top side. And that 200 moving average, man, being below it, kind of sketch too. So after the event, technical indicator. There you go, JJK. Thank you, man. It looks. But hey, if buyers ever came in and recaptured $58, this entire argument becomes invalid. So it's all about the data. The data we currently have isn't great. Okay, so FTM, which is scam coin number 1,427,000. But dude, it was going to change the world. Phantom coin. Crash. It was a rug pull. Yay. Enriched the creators of Phantom Coin. Why is this called Sonic? Is Phantom not Sonic Coin? Make sure I'm on the right asset. I don't know, man. It's now Sonic. Why? Why is Phantom now Sonic? Let me guess, the dev was like, let's rebrand, man. Dude, I played Sonic the Hedgehog speedruns. Let's do it, dude. Hey, clearly you got this. I mean, you got some upsloping resistance, you know, they keep testing that, but it's meaningless. Like, I'm not using this as some sort of, I'm not trying to say there's some sort of pattern or anything. I'm just saying, oh, wow, look at that. It's pretty interesting. They keep testing their supply to supply line. Okay. But where you are now, no action, nothing to do on this asset, right? You would want to come down if you 40 cents, would you say? 55 to 45. You would wait for 35 to 38 cents. You would wait for this level to be tested again. That's what you would want. Because you could say, like, maybe right now you have like a shark pattern. Yeah, you could like legit. So a lot of these alts, it's just doing the same thing as all these others. See the shark pattern, 886. Okay, type 1 reaction. At least this one got a reaction. All the other ones didn't get crap. So you got a reaction. So you would really, if you wanted to have a stronger argument for upside, you would probably want it to do this and hold, and then start seeing favorable price action to that 38.5 cent level. You would want that. You don't have that yet. It's the harmonic framework, dude. And you don't have it yet. So that means if you wanted this to be potentially intriguing for a long, maybe, okay, because we got to get there and it's got to hold. Because chances are it's a scam coin. If things got bad on Bitcoin, it might end up doing this, exceeding that. And it'd probably be even better down there, like a lower low, double bottom or something. That'd be cool too. Like, so there's minimum though, before you even want to think about longing it, again, based on the framework. Not, hey, it could just randomly pump tomorrow. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, we go to the casino. We spin that roulette wheel and put it all on black. We could win, right? I mean, see, that's stupid. That's not how you were supposed to trade. So you wait until maybe it goes down another 40%. Yeah, it loses 40% of its value where it is right now. But if things got real bad and it went to an actual inflection point from history, it could lose 62% of its value. So you would just be waiting on this one. Okay. Nicholas, thank you, dude. Okay, look, Wall Street closes, Bitcoin selling subsides. Okay, no more selling pressure. And then, give it, in 45 minutes when futures close for an hour, it'll probably rally hard. I mean, no one to sell. When the futures are closed, there's no one to suppress Bitcoin price. So, What's up, Adam? Yeah, dude. So kind of been looking at a lot of stuff today. Not been great. Here's gold, dude. Crazy, right? Had a little pullback and gap up. Let's go. Risk off assets getting wrecked and gold's decoupling from it. I mean, the TA respect was impeccable here, where you hit the measure move of the diamond. You had probably an extension pattern, 1618, so like a crab pattern. PRZ, it reacted there on a type 1 reaction. I mean, so everything good on this. Like, so just having a good day today. Nothing really substantial. Just it's up because VIX is elevated. Index funds lowest level in multiple months. How's your gold? Good God, man. U.S. oil, lowest daily candle close since December 9th. Ugh. Yeah, U.S. oil, man. Like, dump it. Yep, very, very bad trend. Okay. Very bad. Like, you're below the 200 moving average, below the supply line, below the horizontal inflection zone. Coming back to 67.59. This level will break eventually. Okay. Bad context. I mean, you probably got a $60 target, $61 target after all this. You just, I mean, this doesn't look good. Like, it's very, very weak price action. You can't, all these highs, look, from August and October and January, all lower than this high from July, lower than the high from April, lower than the high from October. You get it? You're not trending upward. There's distribution ongoing, confirmation of distribution with a buy wall. And eventually the sellers will absorb the remaining demand at these levels. And the buy wall will just poof. And we'll see a big markdown to 61 bucks. Seems like, okay? But hey, man, miracles happen. They come in and hold it again. But I don't think I think it's less probable when you test once and then twice. Well, Dave, ETH says TA doesn't respect fraud, which I think it was very fraudulent stuff this weekend, okay? Like, you can say the Trump administration is doing a wonderful job on so many different aspects of what he ran on. Absolutely. Killing it. Holy crap. Border control, deep state gutting. Oh, yeah, dude. Let's go. But then, like, you can also say that what he's doing with crypto is very bad. It's not good. You're starting a reserve for XRP and Cardano and maybe Ethereum. Like, what? Why would I don't want my taxpayer money going to fund XRP and Cardano and Ethereum. I only care about Bitcoin. That's it. I do not want a crypto reserve. I want a Bitcoin strategic reserve. That was it. It's Big Mike, man. Oh my God.
Can we agree that Bitcoin/crypto was way better before all this strategic reserve talk? Remember when there were actual projects being created with value?
Well, Big Mike, thank you, man, for the 8860. Created with value. Well, we've discussed this. There's no actual way to gauge value in crypto. There are no quarterly earning reports. There is nothing where a crypto project has to legally be beholden to telling us their financial statements every quarter. No earnings per coin, no price to earnings, right? No EBITDA, nothing. It's unregulated. It's global. So there was never a way before Trump to gauge value on these assets except technicals, maybe where we discuss M-shapes completing, 886s, 88% sale on the asset. Oh, forms of confirmation after the 88% sale. Oh, bullish divert. That's about all you had to gauge value was technicals. And fundamentally, there is no way outside of maybe the ecosystem, right? The growth of the ecosystem. But what we've learned about crypto is the ecosystem only grows when we have mania and euphoria on the markets, higher highs, higher lows, and much higher prices. And the ecosystem of these cryptos does not grow in market conditions like this. There are not new people going to join in and use Cardano. They're not. Solana had it, pump fun crap, and that thing's already over. No one's even minting scam coins anymore because it doesn't work, because retail's gone. They've been scammed and lost all their money, so they're done. So Solana's ecosystem, people are not using crypto unless that speculative aspect of making money from pumps is happening. So it's all grift, man. So that's why we just use technicals here to maybe identify, okay, this is how we would gauge a potential reversal. That's it. Everything else is a joke. Oh, my what is it? Coin tokenomics. Like, it's all a joke, dude. It's all stupid. But it's been that way for years. Nothing's changed. The grifts have just become way higher stakes. That's it. So anyway, we were just talking about Trump administration doing so much good, but then on the crypto side, it's a dumpster fire. Like, he is doing a lot of bad things. Like, they're not doing what they should be doing at all. Creating Trump coin, Melania coin, crypto stockpile, announcements and insider buying and then dumping and rugging, and that's all not good, man. People gotta get called out on it, okay? Like, if you're objective and you're not just like completely, it's just as bad when someone's dogmatic on the right as they are on the left. You got to know, like, okay, what's right and what's wrong. Okay, well, he's doing really good on all these other things, but in crypto, doing the worst things, like doing bad things, not good. So, but God forbid, I say that, and that's like, people get really pissed off, like, about that. It's like, hey man, you can't say that because the other side will love it. It's like, dude, it's just right and wrong. Real quick though, let's see, Tlak, thank you so much for 3 months continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. GE Parent 2K09, thank you for the 6 months continued support. Amrilica, yeah, thank you for the 5 months continued support. TW, thanks for the 4 months continued support in the Patreon/Citadel. Leo N, thank you for joining the Patreon. Coiner, thank you for the 2 months continued support. Thank you each and every one of you. It's the third of the month, third best day to join the Patreon/Citadel, where you get trade setups, education, access to my charts, and then access to the premium Discord. But above all, you are supporting me and the team, right? I pay my team, okay, to help support what we're doing here, okay? So it's not just me. So you just think about them. So, yeah, remember, 100% crowdsource stream. I don't monetize anything. I haven't monetized anything in 7 years of doing this. Who does that? Go watch all your YouTubers. There might be a couple that do that, and those are real ones. Those are ones to highlight. Good, right? Never promoted scams, never pushed affiliate marketing links, never had advertisements on their, right here there could be an ad for Butthole Coin, but it just says $25 request because it's crowdsourced stream. That's it. So that's why you would join the Patreon/Citadel, to say, hey man, I appreciate what you're doing. I want it to continue. I want to support your team, and I want you to keep showing up and doing your thing, because that's it.
Just joined, love you and what you do. I've been watching for a bit, just want to learn THX again. You're a god, man.
Leonard, wow, man, thank you so much for joining the Patreon, but also that really nice contribution. Dude, those are really nice words, but it's the other but not a god. I'm a redneck from Alabama that just loves charts. That's it. I played football. My dad played football. That's it. So, but hey, if some redneck from Alabama can learn this stuff like this, you definitely can. Okay? I was a linebacker and a fullback. How many brain cells I lost throughout my entire adolescence through college? I'm handicapped. Like, you probably have more brain cells than me. You can do this too if you apply yourself, if you learn, if you show up to these streams. I do everything I can to try to teach you to the best of my ability for free too. So you ask a question, I try to answer it, right? I try to break it down to where a layman can kind of get what I'm talking about, to where, oh, if they can start understanding at a very rudimentary level, they might get more interested in it and understand what I'm trying to do here. So Andrew, I've been doing that 7 years, man. So I don't know what you're talking about. That's right. Give me a disability parking spot, man. Yeah, so Bitcoin 86.2. At least it's not engulfing right now. Maybe we get a rally into the close. Maybe the short sellers covered. They were good. The short seller bonanza ends. But if not, oh man. Like there's just no real support till 73.8, 73.1. I mean, it's there. Maybe we never get there. That would be great. I would hope that happens. But on a technical side, like you're in a bad spot. You're below. You've just rejected resistance support when it was support for 90 days. For 3+ months, it was support. It's now being rejected as a resistance. And you just put in the lowest high we've seen. We haven't seen. This is the lowest high technically we've seen since October. I can see it right there, man. All the other highs that we put in since November are higher than the high we just put in. Not really good. Just being objective here. We couldn't test the supply line that had been tested 4 times here. You couldn't. You got so close and couldn't do it, man. Trump slander. Who's doing slander? Come on, China. What are you talking about, man? What I said is not slander at all. What I said was objective. CME gap is pretty much filled. They filled the wick side. They didn't fill the body. Thank you, Nick. He's been here, he says, since 1,000 subs. I think you have. Yeah, man. And see you throughout the years. Yeah, dude. I think we have a lot of people that have been around since the very beginning. Because, like, it was crazy. 7 years ago, nothing has changed about the stream. The overlay of the stream's the same. We still got the little 1990s weather channel. You know, I changed the weather dependent on the market conditions on that day. Right? Like, that's all the same, man. So, tip jar, everything, man. Because what's the point? Why are you gonna fix? Why would you fix something that's not broken? It's just we're here, and it's not about me. It's about the charts, man. Overlay's improved a little bit, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to have a beard. Yep, and now I don't have a beard anymore because too much white here now. Yeah, it doesn't look good anymore. Like on a stream, if I grew it out, it would look like there's nothing there. It would look patchy, even though it's just white hair. It's bad. I'm just getting older, man. 7 years, a long time. Or over 7 now. Anyway, so Ethereum down 15+% still. Disgusting, man. That's brutal. That's way worse than Bitcoin. Sitting at a support, not really catching any bids.
Only POW assets in the strategic reserve EMO, hash rate and TA gauge value, nothing else. Bitcoin has 95% dominance of all hash rate, so BTC only reserve makes sense. Thanks for the ongoing education, Mitch.
40 Travel, thanks for the 10 super chat. Yeah, dude, I don't want to pay my taxes to buy XRP, an inflationary asset. They print more of it, man. They dilute these coins. I don't want them. I just want Bitcoin. That's it. I think Brian Armstrong, the CEO, owner, founder, whatever of Coinbase, he even said himself, like, it would be wise if we only did a Bitcoin strategic reserve, not a crypto strategic reserve. What in the world would why would our government be buying Ethereum? It's inflationary again, by the way. Right? They went proof of work and they had an update. Remember what was it? EI 1559 or some crap. EP, I don't know, that would make it to where they burn supply. It doesn't matter anymore. It's gone back to dilution. Like there's more now. I don't really know how that crap works. See what I'm saying? When you don't really get it, it's just like, why? Bitcoin, we know it doesn't change. It's the same effing thing. The same thing. Ethereum been weird. XRP. XRP's a utility token, bro. The banks use the XRP token to transact at record speeds. It's amazing. That's a great service they utilize, but it's not an investment in XRP. Let Ripple Labs IPO, and then we can buy that crap all day. Let's just say it's an investment, and then they got to report earnings quarterly. They got to show us everything then. But for now, to buy, like buying XRP, what's the point? It's stupid, man. Cardano, same thing. What the heck? Cardano, really? Oh, another set ended. Dang, man, we've been live now. Hour and a half. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of running out of things to talk about. You're live this long. It's like, all right, Solana's down 20%. Let's look back at this crap. That's the worst, man. That's straight up bamboozle, fraud, crazy crap, dude. You're currently lower than the price of where Solana opened yesterday. Remember, Solana opened on yesterday's candle, and there was no tweet yet. It was drawn down. It was at 140, and then the tweet, and you're trading lower than that since before the news. The tweet, insider enrichment. Yeah, you want to be a crypto company, IPO. I don't do any of this crap. Government buying XRP. So stupid. You should think it's stupid too, because it is. Then XRP down about 19%. Almost all the gains gone. You still are up though off the open. Still about 8.76%. Nothing to write home about. And it's still there. I mean, it's real. But maybe we got, they're 2 hours, 26 minutes till the close. So anything's possible to continue selling off. But it's hanging in there for now. Then BNB. Yeah, below 621, you have no argument for a long. To be long. Below 621, you would just wait till they recapture it, then reconfirm it as support, or you just wait till it's $500 again, and then we'd talk. But remember, there has only been distribution going on since mid-December. Only lower highs or same highs, and then lower lows after. That's it. Someone has been continuously offloading their position of Binance Coin, and it is evident via swing highs, lower than previous highs. Okay, well, market's closed and futures about to close too. Let's look back at them real quick. Yeah, off the lows, man. Right, this happens. Shorts cover, dude. That's what they do. Day traders come in, they go short in the morning, and they short it all day, and then oh my God, we're closing. All right, cover the shorts. They're covering the shorts. All right, so until we get back above 92K, I don't know, there's no real argument right now for a longing. Like there wasn't an argument. I'm sorry, there just wasn't really much of an argument when we were at 84K. Dude, if you want an argument for substantial reversal, you want forms of local confirmation. You typically want those local forms of confirmation to be appearing at key levels from history. There is no key level from history where Bitcoin is right now. Okay, well, think we're gonna get out of here. Good stream though. Good stream, productive. We looked at a lot of stuff, and we'll just reassess. You know, if this thing starts crashing or something, I'll be live earlier than later. But if not, I'll just be back. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thank you, Big Mike. Session top, Jesus. And I'll just be back. Till then, respect the TA.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
I don't know, sir.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.